This is something that a lot of people have been bringing up, is that, I'm going to scroll down, Google will soon kill ad blockers with Chrome. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at this. Here we go. This is what I've been talking to you guys about, and we're going to watch this.
So, it seems like a lot of people have recently become aware, or at least
this
they've
came
been
out
reminded
yesterday,
about Manifest v3 and the tsunami of ads that will be coming to certain browsers. So to give you a quick rundown of the situation, right now, a lot of extensions, especially ad blockers, are using the older Manifest v2 framework, which is browser agnostic, by the way. So both Chrome and Firefox extensions use these frameworks. But in January of 2023, Chrome is going to completely disable Manifest v2's APIs.
Okay.
Now, Google's excuse for doing this is to provide you with more security and safety.
That's great. Wow, thank you, Google.
One of the changes coming with Manifest v3 is that extensions won't be able to load remotely hosted code anymore. And look, I gotta be honest, changing this probably is going to bring some people some security, because as we've seen on this channel several times, there's people out there that install malicious extensions and then get hacked through them. Like, lots of people do this. I don't know why, but yeah, that change is...
Well, the same people that download the malicious extensions were the same people that in 2006... half of their fucking internet browser was like different random toolbars and like Yahoo search bars and like an Ask Jeeves thing, and then there's like a gif of a dog that just shits on the rest of the extensions, and it's like a bunch of other random stuff. And then like grandma calls you over, she's like, "Son, I don't know why my computer's running so slow," and like you don't even like, the only part of the thing you can actually search with is like this big. And she doesn't know any fucking better, so it's totally normal for her. Yeah, who put these on there?
Kind of like a child-proof lock for them, I guess. But it's completely separate from the
Google's,
API changes
Yahoo's their homepage
that are going to kill ad blockers and user script managers like TamperMonkey.
Okay.
So I'm not buying the safety excuse. I mean, I don't ever really buy the safety excuse when people say, oh, we have to take away some things for your safety. No, it's always a lie, okay? My gut tells me that it's all about the money, since Google makes billions of dollars from serving ads and collecting user info. So it's pretty easy to figure out.
It is kind of an own goal, isn't it? If you have the most popular browser, and then you use the most popular browser to make your ad program, the most popular ad program, make less money. It does seem like you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot.
Real reason for this.
Yes. We know.
So,
everybody knows.
What is 2023 gonna look like? Are we all going to live in the pod, consume the ads, and be forced to be happy? Well, if you're using Chrome and you just decide to sit around like a bump on a log and let Google abuse you, then of course you're going to be abused more and more. But like most things in life, there's options that you can take. There's actions that you can take to prevent the abuse, and I will show you
Imagine
how.
that.
So the best choice, in my opinion, would be to simply change to a different browser. And I mean a truly
that would be a good idea.
Different browser like Firefox or any of its forks.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm feeling pretty fucking good. I'm feeling pretty fucking vindicated with Firefox, because all this time I've been using Firefox and everybody's been shitting on me, and here we are, and look what happened. See, I've been using it the whole time and I've been fucking right. Isn't that something?
A lot of people still don't really seem to realize that most browsers out there, they're just forks of Chrome. They use Chrome's web engine, and they're going to have their extensions cucked as well, at least their Manifest v2 extensions.
Oh, wow.
And yes, I'm going to talk about Brave, so hold your horses with the 3-paragraph shill comments that you got paid 0.1 bat to write. So the Brave browser, this is also based on Chromium, and as you may know, it has ad and tracker blockers built into it. This blocking doesn't rely on extensions. Brave Shields. I believe that's the proper name for their ad and tracker blocking tech. It doesn't use the extension APIs. So if you're satisfied with Brave's ad blocking capability and you don't want to change to a completely different browser, a browser that's using a different web engine, which, by the way, for like 99.99% of people out there, it doesn't matter, okay? There's some sites, like very rare exceptions, that'll get a little bit wonky with Firefox. But most of the people that are saying like, oh, Firefox just doesn't work,
Bro, what do you mean? Like, I've been using Firefox for years. Like, I've used Firefox ever since, like, 2004 or 5 or 6. I know, like, by 2006 I was using it.
The websites are broken. They're living in the past. They're, like, in 2005 or something, okay? Like, Firefox and Chrome, they're basically equal in terms of, like, how browsing the web would work for a normie. And even for a developer, I mean, in my experience with web development, I haven't really been pushed into being forced to use Chrome. I'm still able to do most things in Firefox. But anyway, back to Brave. The ad blocking should continue to work after January. And I've also heard that Brave might start using the enterprise policy on their fork of Chromium, which is also going to delay the death of Manifest v2 until June of 2023. So extensions like Tamper Monkey should
6
still
months extra
go on working if they choose to do that. So switching to Brave, that could be a solution. But I want you guys to understand that it's still based on Chrome. So it may be vulnerable to other methods that Google could use later on to kill ad blocking. Remember,
this
is their cash cow. This is the real reason that...
I think Google has a vested interest in killing it because, like, what's different with Google versus Firefox is that Firefox doesn't really have any money invested into ads. Like, it doesn't matter to them whether there's a lot of ads or a little bit of ads. Their money is not from ads, really. So they don't have an ad program like Google AdSense or something like that. And I think that's what separates them from Google. They've always been open source. Yeah, they have. Oh, they do? I'm sure they might have some ads, but it's, I mean, like, let's not pretend like it's the same as Google ads.
They're doing Manifest v3 and that they want to completely deprecate Manifest v2. Unless Brave is able to change their browser's engine to something totally different. Now, what if you don't want to change your browser? Okay, maybe you're somebody that just hates change even more than you hate the abuse that Google is doing to you, and you're not even willing to switch to another Chromium browser like Brave. Well, there will still be ad blockers that are built with the Manifest v3 APIs. In fact, Raymond Hill, the lead developer of uBlock Origin, recently released uBlock Origin Lite, which was formerly called uBlock Origin Minus, kind of still has the logo from that, which is an ad blocker completely built with the Manifest v3 framework. So this is an ad blocker that you could use on Chrome in 2023, but of course, as the name implies, both the current name and the former name, it has less ad and tracker blocking capability
it's
than
not
the
going to be able to do
uBlock
as much.
Origin, okay? It's just not as good as the original thing.
That makes sense.
And it may also be a little bit less convenient to use, because if we read the description here, they say that uBlock Origin Lite does not require broad read modify data permissions at install time. Hence, its limited capabilities out of the box compared to uBlock Origin or other content blockers that do require these read modify data permissions. However, uBlock Origin Lite allows you to explicitly grant extended permissions on specific sites of your choice so that it can better filter on those sites using declarative, cosmetic, and scriptlet injections. And to grant the extended permissions on a site, you open up their panel, you click on the sun icon. So you can customize it, then it's going to warn you about the effects of granting additional permissions and blah, blah,
I don't
blah.
know a lot of the
tell
stuff.
the browser that you want to accept this request.
Right.
And then if you bypass all of those scary messages, then you're going to be able to do that better content filtering for the site. So you will get some functionality out of Manifest v3 ad blockers, and there's other ones out there. uBlock Origin isn't the only one, but it's my favorite ad blocker. It's the only one that I use, so it's the only one that's really worth me talking.
Also, I think it's important to keep in mind that if they are already taking steps towards removing the ad blocker, what Chrome is probably doing, like if I was Google, this is what I would do. I would slowly start peeling it back. Like, I wouldn't just get rid of ad blockers like fucking 100%, because then people actually would swap over to another browser. But what I would do is I would slowly peel back the amount of ad blocking somebody has the capability to do until you pretty much don't have any. It's like boiling the frog. So I think that even with something like this, if you're using Chrome, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Talking about, I guess. This might be less convenient using a less aggressive ad blocker like this, but that's why I saved this option for last. And I mentioned using Firefox first, because it's something that's truly different. Like, it has a different web engine. I know, you know, people aren't that technical, but I just wish people would at least realize that if you're using something like Brave or Chromium on Google Chromium, at the end of the day, it's still Chrome. At the end of the day, Google still has a tremendous amount of control over those browsers. But Google can't do anything to remove ad blocking from Firefox, and Mozilla has committed to supporting Manifest v2 extensions.
Okay.
And there's also the benefit that if more people were to switch to Firefox, it would help even out the browser's market share more, because Google is dominating. That's the whole reason why they're choosing to abuse people.
Oh my God.
I didn't, because they have the control, right? They're like, oh, what are you going to switch to? Firefox? And
yes,
you know, most people don't even know about Firefox.
How do they not?
And of course, if Google is able to control the browsers, you know, control the browsers that most people are using, then that gives them a significant amount of control.
Yeah, they'll make way more money off of this.
So I guess the optimistic view of this is that it's a great opportunity for our favorite rusty Orange Fox browser to gain more market share and control over the web. But let me know in the comments below, what is your strategy for Chrome killing Manifest v2? Leave a like on this video and share it to hack the algorithm. And have a great day.
Let me go ahead and link this to you guys. So this video is about, again, it's about getting rid of the ads and everything. So I've never watched one of this guy's videos before. I think this is actually a pretty good video if you guys want to follow, and maybe we'll watch more of these following up on it. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this. I do think that, like, this is my, like, long-term opinion on ad blockers, is that I think that as time goes on, there will be less and less tools to block ads. The reason why is that it's a matter of it's a matter of force and will and money. The fact is that, like, the ability and the want to block ads is not as big as the multi-billion-dollar industry of trying to push ads. I think that it's just going to be way fucking bigger, and it's going to be way more. I do think that this is going to be a losing battle. I think that more and more these companies are going to push towards ads and ads and ads, and also there will be more browsers that will face more pressure to make the ads, you know, like on their browser too. Now, I know obviously Firefox said they're not going to do that. I don't really think that matters if you're looking at it for maybe, like, I don't know, 5 years from now in the future. I think that's where things are really going to change. You said force and will, and then people said forcing. Okay, I'm just going to blacklist the word. That's I absolutely hate stupid shit like that, man. Like, I really cannot express how much I don't like memes like that. I think they're so stupid. They're so obnoxious. They're just repeat the same word over and over. I cannot fucking stand that shit. Yeah, I don't think it's funny. It's just fucking obnoxious. Anyway, so that's kind of the way that I look at it, is that I think that in like 5 or 10 years, ad blockers are probably going to be substantially less powerful than what they are now. I do think that there will be some people that will have the tools to be able to, like, continue ad blocking, but it's going to be one of those situations where, remember how easy it was to use LimeWire, or how easy it was to use, like, maybe Pirate Bay back in the day? Like, Pirate Bay is not as good as it used to be. And I do think that with all of that other stuff, it's going to become more and more popular. And It's never going to be as popular, though, as the ad blocker that we can see now. I do worry that over time, ad blockers will become harder and harder to use. And the reason why I think that can be a bad thing is because websites like Twitch, like if I go to Twitch, I sometimes have to sit through ads for like 3 fucking minutes. 3 minutes is way too fucking long, man. Like, what do you guys think? Yeah, it's just like, I also think it's stupid people spam shit like that. Oh, that? Yeah, it's whatever. Ads are inevitable, especially on any streamed media. Yeah, it's like there's just so much money riding on these ads being shown. I can't imagine it not happening. Yeah, I can't imagine it. I find it to be inevitable. I've had like, yes, 9 in a row, exactly. I pay money so I don't have to. Yeah, well, what I'm saying is that, like, there's not going to be a way to watch as many websites now, then, because, again, like, advertising is a multi-billion-dollar industry. So, I mean, there's, like, so much money riding on you not being able to skip ads. So we'll see what's going to happen, man. Yeah, never seen ads on Twitch. Yeah, I don't really see a lot of ads on Twitch either, but I don't really think about it that much. Yeah, that's fair opinion. Well, I think that we'll just have to wait and see. And I do think that, like, it will always be possible if you're willing to, like, invest a lot of time and effort into it. But at a certain point, it will not become the ease of access for a, just like everyday internet user it will be beyond that. That's effectively the way that I feel about it. That's kind of like, yeah, you're like watching Wrath of the Lich King streams, see what farming strat they're using, and then closing it, had to watch a minute of ads because I can just watch something for 5 seconds. Yeah, people aren't going to want to deal with that, man. Yeah, that's what I think. Do you think Google should make their own subscription for ad block? I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure. I think maybe that could be a good idea, but it would probably cost a lot of money. So we'll have to wait and see. 3 unskippable ads. It forces me to change the video or mute. Yeah, I think the problem is that there's a lot of people that don't do that. And I also think that there is like this power fantasy that some viewers think they have that, like, oh, well, if they do that, I'll stop watching. I'm not going to watch. It's like, nobody really gives a shit, to be honest. Nobody cares. So I think that it's important to keep in mind that the actual numbers do not reflect that behavior. And they don't even come close to reflecting it. Yeah, deja vu. Yeah, I've talked about this before. I think it's very common. Because they're also ridiculously loud. Yeah, they're loud on purpose to get your attention.